So if I get a bunch of samples of like toilets flushing, we could go full shock jock.
We should, first off, having a shock jack episode would be pretty fun.
I'd have to really brush up on my my shock jack stuff, like to get some of the nuances.
We have fake phone calls, because that's a big thing. They have like their fake phone calls. They have like the edgy guy. You have like the person that's just like, oh, I can't believe you said that. I can't believe you said those words.
Hey Pat, how many times have you adjusted your balls in this episode, huh? Am I right?
Oh my god! Oh my god! People are driving to work.
They say the average guy adjusts his balls every 8 seconds, so that's probably like at least 20 times.
He did the math. He did the math. I wish my dad loved me.
Robin Givens is just in the other booth, just oh my god.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to do specifically her, but that's definitely the archetype. Yeah.
Yeah, you sounded exactly like her.
What?
This is hot garbage.
This sounds like shit. No one's gonna buy that.
Is it a hit?
No, it's fine. I just was making fun of you. All right. All right. Welcome to another episode of Is It a Hit, where you, the listener, can join us on this journey, on this expedition. I keep calling it that because I feel like we've all done this. We've done this week after week. We are looking for that next big hit. I'm your host, Max, and I'm joined by my co-host, Pat. And as always, we are here with the headliner, the main event, the guy at the WWE show that you hear, let's get ready to rumble. I hope our legal department doesn't confront me on that, but that's right after that. The name you would hear is Nasty Nathan Sharp. He's the headliner. He's the man you're here to see. He's the one after that long, echoing, booming voice that we all scream and stand on our feet and get excited for. He's the one. Have I given you enough of an intro, Nate? This is what you wrote down in the copy.
Yeah, we cleared all of. There we go. Yeah, we cleared everything. Listen, we cleared every single sample and reference with the family of a one Michael Let's Get Ready to Rumble buffer. And do you know what that means? We have a lot of strong vocals at our disposal to be used at any time.
Sweet.
I'm pretty excited about it.
Yeah, and you know what else you need, Nate? You need some motivation.
We need motivation.
Yeah, that's what you need.
Where am I going to put all these Michael Buffer samples?
I have to admit that I am very happy that you remembered the name Michael Buffer, because in the moment I almost said Michael Rooker, which is not the same person.
Is it bad
it's
that I even remember the name of his son that is carrying on his legacy? I think
it's his son's name.
It's mild-mannered Bruce Buffer.
Bruce Buffer, yeah, okay, that sounds familiar. I almost said that. I was like, that sounds like a name.
Yeah, but what's his address?
He roams the streets from town to town, from arena to arena, getting people ready.
Whether they want him or not. It's like,
it works.
It's like a Phantom of the Opera for arenas.
Right. It works better in boxing. It works a little less at equestrian events, but people are down. They like it.
What does he say? What's he say when at equestrian events when those horses are getting ready to jump over those barriers? What's before then? What does he say?
Well, he's really hitting on the ladies in the audience because he views this as an opportunity. Horse people. Listen, announcing people and horse people very close together in terms of their obsessions.
On the spectrum.
Yeah. So he gets out there and he says, he's looking. He's like, ladies, no gentlemen, let's get ready to bumble. And he just whips out his phone. He starts going for it. He starts swiping. Everyone's swiping right, swiping right, swiping right. Love you, love you, love you, love you. Ladies in the vicinity, 500 meters. Yes, any more than that, and I cannot trust them to be true. horse lady.
Well, I'm a pretty mild mannered guy, so I always say, "Let's get ready to humble."
That's good. Yeah, I was. It sounded a lot like he just kind of during an equestrian event got up, noticed there was some attractive women, and then introduced himself to the audience. That didn't sound like he started the actual event. Did they pay him to say that?
He just does like a tight five.
Just gets in
that.
there. Listen, he makes good enough payoffs from boxing, so he doesn't quite need a horse payoff. Come on. This is Don King money we're talking about. You think he cares about the horse people?
So it says like, "You mind if I get on the PA?" And they're like, "Oh my God, is that Bruce?
Is that Bruce Buffer's dad?"
And then he just gets on and says like, "I would like to date you via the internet," and everyone's like, "Oh yeah."
We didn't think you were going to do that. Well, I hope this is a glimpse of what we're going to hear from you, Nate, because Pat and I are trying to give you that motivation to create that next big hit. And where we inspire, Nate creates. And then at the end, we all decide, is it a hit?
That's one of our tightest intros ever.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I got it at 5 minutes.
I forgot that you hadn't finished. That was so long.
It's okay. I just wanted to make sure that our non-loyal listeners, first-time listeners, by the way, first-time listeners, very happy that you're on. Wanted to make sure that you guys knew what we were doing here, because we got off the rails a little fast there, which is fine.
It's great. It's what you pay for.
We're gonna talk. We're gonna talk about our interests. We're sportsmen. Like that bad guy in Jumanji. We're sportsmen.
Yeah. Explain what that means.
Yeah. I think when everyone says that they're a sportsman, it means they like to murder large game animals. That's the only thing that it ever means.
Okay. And we are sportsmen.
Yeah, we're sportsmen.
Yeah.
Well, mostly because of our Blue Apron subscriptions.
Oh, boy.
Blue Apron sometimes calls for dangerous, delicious, and endangered animals. And
you
do you know
gotta
who they
follow the
call
recipe.
upon? Well, usually they call upon someone else. But then, every once in a while,
yeah,
the call goes out to the B team.
It was weird that the last recipe that I cooked called for elephant tusk. But I had to go get it. They didn't ship it with that. They just forgot it, and they're like, "Well, that happens sometimes." I called customer service, and they said, "Well, you got to go find it yourself." And I was like, "Son of a bitch."
Yeah, mine called for giraffe tongue. You guys know they're black?
Yeah, I watched Salute Your Shorts. I know that.
Okay, me too. I didn't need that giraffe tongue, but I do have it.
I didn't even call for it. I misread it. It actually said boar's tongue, and now you can find that at any butcher if you know the right butcher. But
it's easy to find boar's tongue.
Yeah,
blasé. What I say about boar's tongue. Giraffe tongue. The thing about giraffe tongue that's impressive is you expect it to be long because it's connected to that long throat. No, got a regular tongue. It's as long as their mouth.
Yeah, they just got that long snout.
Yeah, I mean, it's as long as that, but it's not like you got a long neck. For some reason in my head, when I was young, I just envisioned giraffes having very, 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 very long tongues, but they just have regular tongues for their size, I guess.
Oh, yeah, Gene Simmons tongue, but like a regular tongue, yeah.
Yeah. You hear me, giraffes? Come at me. Your tongues aren't that long.
Oh, do you think their tongue goes all the way down their neck?
No, I don't. I was a child when I had this idea, and then I just kept it until adulthood.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah.
I definitely don't think that now, if that's what you're implying.
No. But thanks, Blue Apron. There's one less giraffe.
Man, think about how easy it would be to like scale up that recipe. If you're like, oh, you need 2 ounces of giraffe tongue. Oh, great. Well, I bought this entire 8-foot-long giraffe tongue. Can't buy them in, sections. Now I just got to scale up this recipe.
Yeah, you gotta. Basically, what you gotta do is you gotta make a big old stew, scale it up, and then you gotta freeze it, put it in bags. You just gotta freeze it. You gotta have that for a while. You're gonna be eating giraffe tongue stew for about 8 years.
Well, not anymore though, because as we just found out, I'm an idiot. All right, quick flashback. Last week we had some good stuff. I think
Great stuff.
Yeah, I think we were really pleased with that song. I even wrote "hit!" exclamation point underlined in my notes for that song, "The Lines," and it was. If I remember correctly, your first song in a couple weeks that wasn't about bodily fluids. So I'm glad you're diversifying a little bit there, Nasty Nathan Sharp. Yeah, it was about conspiracy theories, and it had a call and response. It was definitely the hit that America needed. I think you really knocked that one out of the park. That was a good one.
I agree. Hat off to you.
Yeah. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm tipping my cap to you.
Oh, hat's off.
Well, I can
Tell
tell
me
you.
I
hat's off?
respect it.
Oh, you took your hat off. I just tipped mine.
Yeah. What's better?
I think you got to take your hat off, Max. I like your style. Wait a minute. Which one of you tipped and which one of you offed? Pat, you offed.
I tipped. Pat offed. Yeah.
Max
I offed.
No, Max tipped.
I feel like
I tipped.
hat off is what you do, like, let's say you're driving and you hit a patch of ice. And, you spin into the turn as you do. Or you turn into the spin.
Yeah.
And you hit a solid 180. And then it hits into a 360. And you get right back at where you need to be.
Sure.
And you stop. And you turn to your passengers. And, their eyes are bulging out of their skulls because they saw their lives flash before them for that brief second. And you take off your hat.
That's when you take off a hat?
It's like when you do something you're real proud of. You take off your hat. You give a little bow, a little curtsy, and then you move on.
You're proud of getting in a one-car accident?
You pulled
like you don't know when you
it.
should be... We just found out you are not the person, you are not the arbiter of this conversation. You're not the person we should be going to for advice on when to take off a hat. That doesn't make any sense. You almost died, and then looking at the people, you keep your eyes on the road for one. You shouldn't be looking them in the eye when you're driving and almost getting into a car accident. And then you don't die miraculously, and your first move is to take off your hat like you won the fucking pennant. What are you doing?
Yeah, because you did a great job. You pulled through, but just through enough to get yourself back on track. Take off the hat. Give yourself a bow.
Yeah, I agree with that. You take the hat off, you got to bow.
Exactly.
And you know what?
Yeah.
I would.
You should.
I'd take my hat off and I'd bow a little bit because I liked that song last week.
You stand perfectly through the turn, and do you know what the passengers do? If they have a little cap on their head, driver, I'm gonna slowly unbug my eyes out, put them back into my skull, and you know what? Tip of a hat to you. Great job,
Pat. So you're bowing at someone else's song?
That's right.
I'm bowing to Nathan. For having such a good song.
Oh,
it seems
like
deep sign of respect.
It seems like he played a good song. You stand up and you bow, accepting all the praise that everyone else is.
That's what I'm hearing too.
Also, I'll do that too. First off, absolutely. When we started this, you came to me and you said, "Pat, let's start a podcast. You're going to help me make the next hit." And I said, "I'll do anything to exploit you." Those were my exact words. I'll do anything to exploit you. Right? And you've known that from the start, right? Where no one's confused. I'm here to wring as much out of Nasty Nathan Sharp as I can. I lack talent myself, but I still like money. So here I am, accepting all the praise I can get from the fans that enjoy your songs. And if that were to happen, if I was in the car next to you, and you drove us through the spin. And then you were like, "Hey, I'm doing good," I would stand up and be like, "You're welcome." I would say that in the car.
Bravo. Yeah. Hats off. No, wait a minute.
Kind of car you're
Tip
driving
of
where
my
you just
hat
stand
to
up in
you,
the middle
Pat.
of it, but
That's right.
tip of
Take
the
all the credit I can.
Well,
You're only
guys,
tipping your hat?
I'm tipping my hat to you because I think that you enunciated that perfectly. Now, you were lacking a little bit of diction, a little bit of flair, a little bit of gusto. So I'd like to hear it in summary once more with feeling.
Well, no me gusto this train of thought. I feel like if we're getting into semantics, unless you have a song about semantics, that might provide some content. But
Max, are you saying you're anti-semantic?
oh boy, oh god, just gonna
It's fine.
pivot from that to something else.
No one likes a grammar Nazi.
Damn it, I can't respond to this without getting quote tweeted online. Well, we covered last week a lot of conspiracy theories too that I thought were pretty fantastic. Were there any there that you guys wanted to expand on? I thought Percy Jackson on the Grassy Knoll was pretty great.
We don't need to expand on anything. I think we're good.
You know,
I think we can move.
You think we're good?
We're in a new week. We're a new me.
We're in a new week. All right.
New us.
Yeah.
All right. Wiping that slate clean, just like Nasty Nathan Sharp's hard drive, and we are on to the next one. Did you guys have anything you wanted to work through?
Oh yeah, I got something.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
What do you got, Pat?
You guys know I like to do my research, right? I was researching.
Yeah, Dune and Warhammer and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, not too far. Right? If you go onto the YouTubes and you start listening to lore videos, right? You start getting into the Dune world. It's deep. Hammer. There's hours and hours of lore, right? You start looking at your different lores. You start getting deep. You know what's adjacent to it? Godzilla. Godzilla's not far off. Okay. Now, do I give a shit about Godzilla lore? Not currently. I'm sure at some point my curiosity will be piqued. But at the moment, no, I don't give a shit. But here's what I did think about. That I can think of 2 songs about Godzilla. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can think of one.
Both of them are hits.
There's one
100%.
There's one
song.
Iron Man.
No. Well, one is Blue Oyster Cult. Right? It's Godzilla. Right?
Yeah.
And then the other one is Rage Against the Machine, Shelter. That was the song that they wrote for the Godzilla, 1999 or 1998 release, whatever that was, or the 2000 release. They wrote Rage Against the Machine wrote a song for Godzilla. And the lyrics, at some point in the song, say, Godzilla, pure motherfucking filler. I love it. And they said that in the song. So they got paid to write a rap rock song about Godzilla. And then they shit on Godzilla in the song. And Godzilla still put it in the movie. Amazing.
Did they? Was it the soundtrack? Because
awesome.
I had that soundtrack. I don't think I ever got to the Rage Against the Machine portion because I could not stop listening to the Puff Daddy song.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Now we got 3 songs. But
that whole there's like the wall.
Come With Me? Is that what it was called?
Yeah, it was. The Cashmere sample.
Yep, I was gonna they sample Cashmere.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Well,
there's a part where he goes, "I fucking bite you." That's pretty great. There's also there's a Wallflower song in there. I think they did a cover of the Bowie song "Heroes," which is a weird choice.
Dylan?
Yeah,
Jake Dylan did that.
Yeah, and I forgot you guys are on a nickname basis.
That's right.
Yeah. One Headlight.
I love, dude. They're so good.
Yeah.
One Headlight is so good.
Yeah, I love that album. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even have a bit here. I just love that song. It's a good song.
Yeah, we should do karaoke this week and just rip out to that song.
I'd be down. I love that song.
Oh God, love karaoke.
Yeah, that song's got that song. It's got a good build up. It's got some fucking sweet ass lyrics. It's awesome. What a good song.
Yeah, it's got the mindful blabbering of a Bob Dylan song.
Kind of, but there's like a little more meat to it. And this is a thing for real. I don't trust songs. People like to pick them apart. I like to like get real deep on them. But here's the thing. Bob Dylan has two types of songs. He has one song where it's complete nonsense. People love to pick those songs about, and they like to try to pretend like there's some depth to them. There's not.
Yeah, like a subterranean homesick blues, right? That's one. Yeah.
Well, here's how you know that it's not real. All the other songs that are about something, they're so blatantly about something. Like he has a song called "Idiot Wind." It's just about like him talking shit about somebody that he thinks when they open their mouths it talks. Like the lyrics are like "idiot wind blowing every time you move your teeth." Like you can't cut that up and be like, I wonder what this is about. It's like clear as day. Right?
Is it about farts?
Yeah, right. And then you have like songs like Hurricane, right? Which is just like the story of this guy. And I love the Hurricane. Don't get me wrong. It's a great song. But like no one's being like, I wonder what the hurricane's about. No one is doing that, right? But then you have other ones like he walks into a thing and you say how, and he comes up and you say, it's me now. It's like, it's just gibberish. It's just pure gibberish. It's pure drivel. And I mean, it's fun. It's fun to listen to because it's so bad. But like, even when you like watch like documentaries, like they're asking Dylan, it's like, what are these songs about? They're like worried. Like the media was like coming after him for nonsense, for nothing.
Yeah. Hey, Bob, what is Must Be Santa Claus about?
Right. And it's just, God. And like, just think about any song that he means something. It's so clear what it's about. It makes me believe that all of his songs that are nonsense are pure nonsense. Right?
Yeah.
Middle ground with Bob Dylan. So in summation, Nate, you should write a song about Godzilla.
I like this. So as we know, and as we discussed, I believe it was last week or 2 weeks ago, I am really pushing for movie soundtrack hits, top quality.
Oh yeah.
Listen, I'm talking your Wild Wild Wests. I'm talking your Men in Black.
Men in Black.
I'm talking
my God.
Metallica song from Mission Impossible 2. I'm talking Kissed by a Rose.
Limp Bizkit.
I'm talking
Bizkit, dude.
Listen.
But no, he's right. There was a Metallica one on there that I heard on the radio.
No one cares. We only want to hear the Limp Bizkit song.
But what was that one again? Let's remind the listener. We talked about it a long time ago.
The Metallica song?
Limp Bizkit song?
The Metallica song is called I Disappear.
That was a good one. But
it's a good one. It's my one
Bizkit,
song per band for them.
Or like when Nickelback made that song for Spider-Man. Yeah, that one.
We all love it.
Oh, love it.
One song per band.
So high.
Dashboard Confessional wrote a song
one too.
for Spider-Man. And
Vindicated.
on my iPod. I still use an iPod from college. I'll go on walks and my iPod still works. iPod has outlived 3 iPhones. But my iPod has few select Dashboard Confessional songs. And I cannot think of a band that I'm more embarrassed to have on my iPod than Dashboard Confessionals. I have like Screaming Infidelities and the one what's the other one he has? I forget what the other one is, but the third one,
Pat, I think it's called The Best Deceptions.
Best Deceptions? Is that Screaming Infidelities?
No, those are different songs.
Okay.
Pat,
okay.
You're tapping into a deep thing in my psyche, man. I'm pretty sure my very first girlfriend, this was like 10th grade, was into Dashboard Confessional.
Oh yeah, girls loved it.
Oh, so deep because of the confessional and because she couldn't drive yet, so the dashboard was, something that she strive for.
Yeah, and you were in college when this happened.
I was last week. My first girlfriend I met while I was married. Of course.
Right.
Yeah.
Post marriage. Yeah.
All right, here we go. There we go. We're back in.
That was awesome. All right. So yeah, Dash. Oh man, this is embarrassing as hell. I went to a Dashboard Confessional concert.
What? Oh man.
I didn't go. It wasn't something like I sought out. It was someone was like, "Hey, we're gonna go." It wasn't with a girl either. It was so it's not like the coolest version at all. But it was a group of friends were going, and they had an extra ticket. And they were like, "Do you want to come?" And I was like, and they're like, "Come on, just come. Who cares? Don't be a." And I went, and it was okay. It wasn't. He didn't do a bad job. There was the most attractive concert I've ever been to. I'll say this. This was in college, and all the girls were wearing his merch. Like they all were wearing this like weird. I don't know what the type of. It was like an athletic shirt that had like green and white on it, and it was like Dashboard. I don't know how to say it. It was like a dry fit, but it looked great on him. But it wasn't like a normal T-shirt. But there was just all these really attractive, girls at this thing, and he did fine. I wasn't blown away, but I expected it to be worse. I'll say that. When I came in, I expected him to just like really kind of milk it and just like croon and just be a smarmy loser. And he was a little more awkward than I thought. And it was like kind of endearing because that's the thing you always forget is that musicians put on this persona of being larger than life and being like a super badass that can do all these things. And most of them are just fucking music nerds, just fucking hilarious nerds. And some of them become famous. And he had a little bit of that, but we didn't get to stay through the whole thing because one of the girls passed out at a fucking Dashboard Confessional concert. And I had to like carry her out, and we weren't like drinking heavy or anything. Like I can't figure out why she like got exhausted from the concert, and then like, we were just kind of like standing. It was super weird, but I was more than happy to leave. I was like, let's just not. We don't need to finish that. Like once we were out, we just left. But it was. I wish it was worse. I wish it was like. I wish I had a more hilarious story to tell. He was like. You could tell he was talented.
Yeah,
that's all.
Pat, when you left, did you feel vindicated?
Yeah, that's the Spider-Man song.
Oh, yeah,
that's
I know.
Spider-Man song.
Yeah.
Oh, you got it. That's great.
Hey, you know what? Didn't even need to Google it.
What's the song where he's like, "Your hair is everywhere"?
That's the one you said. I think that's Screaming Infidelities, Pat.
Oh man, it's such a weird thing to like build your song around. There's like a breakdown for that. It's just like, yeah, that's what living with women's like. They just kind of like they have your hair in their stuff. That's all.
You guys,
yeah,
it's a weird thing.
This guy gets it.
Well, it's like a weird thing to like. It's just like a thing. It's like it's a weird thing to like put to word.
It just
like, it doesn't that sentence on its own
problems.
Right.
Yeah.
That sentence on its own doesn't elicit like heartbreak to me. It's just like you talking about like lint from the dryer. It's like that's what it's like to me. So that concept always undercut it. It just didn't seem. It was like, who cares? Who cares about her hair? This is so weird. But yeah. So yeah, Godzilla.
I have something to ask of you though.
Emo Godzilla.
Yeah.
So, as you know, I am firmly in the camp. One song per band. There's only one that you really need to know, and everything else is just wasted space in the brain. Now, I have a confession to make of my own.
A Dashboard Confessional?
I do not know any Dashboard Confessional songs. So, I propose to you this. You give me the one song for the band I will listen to this song. Presume maybe that it's a song I would like. I don't know if you know what I might like. That would be nicer.
Well, I think if you're going, you want to tap into the soundtrack realm. I think Vindicated is the one then, because that was the song that like played over the credits of Spider-Man 2.
Hold on, wait. I think we're painting ourselves into a corner here. Okay? Now, this is what I think.
Okay.
I think if we give this many constraints to Nate, specifically asking him to write a song in this style, I think he will hate it.
Yeah.
And I think we will hate it.
Is it bad? Wait a minute. Back it up. It's Dashboard Confession. Are all
bad.
these fans in the football jersey merch, are they all wrong?
Yes.
You heard it here first.
You do not. Yeah. Yes.
It's definitely like really like screaming angst, but like piano screaming angst. Like
it's
like
emo
Ben Folds times
pop.
5, like Ben Folds 5 times 5.
I think if we put these constraints on you, Nate, you would pull a switcheroo on us and you'd give us another Randy Newman song. And that's not what I want you to do.
Yeah.
Well, what if we
you could listen to Vindicated, but I think you should go Bob Dylan. That seems like more of a hit.
Bob Dylan song about Godzilla.
Yeah. Just don't do like a Kennedy assassination one like you just put out like a couple months ago, because that seems not good timing.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, I mean, that's a long
weird
song
choice
to write about Percy Jackson.
Percy Jackson on the grassy knoll.
Does he get into like the magic bullet?
I've actually haven't heard it. I just saw that he released it, and I'm like, what are you doing there, Bob? You got nothing else going on?
Is a song called "Back into the Left"?
Back into the left.
Oh man, you could definitely make like a dance hit to "Back into the Left."
There's no more room on the dance floor. We're just going in one direction.
It's just like you just do a whole dance number, and it's and now everybody back into the left, back into the left, back into the left, back into the left, and then just corral an entire dance floor into one corner.
Man, that's I feel like that's a hit. That's got to be featured on here at some point, like the dance directives.
Yeah, right. But do one.
The next
so
time that
people
there's a wedding, we
there.
have to get into the DJ's things. Do a cha-cha slide prank. Back in everyone back to the left. Hold them
Cha-cha
all.
real smooth. Before it never crisscross, just keep on like going back or something. Just see how long people will pay it. Like will follow. This time back, left foot this time back, or I don't know how that song goes, but
Yeah. Oh, you got it, man. You definitely heard it.
Oh yeah, I've heard it. I just can't remember if I think he makes people stand in place.
Two hops.
Yeah, there's definitely ones where like you could make people just loop one specific like step forward, step forward, step forward until people are just like. Oh man, is this already a joke? Has someone already done this?
I don't think so, but I think it'd be great.
It's a good idea.
Open up at a wedding and it's just like slide to the left, slide to the left, slide to the left, slide to the left.
Guys, I can't slide to the left anymore. The buffet is getting in the way.
Two hops to the left. Crisscross. Two hops to the left.
Oh man, I would love to get an man. That's a dream. That's the dream, boys.
Yeah.
We get a dance hit that has instructions that like that are wider than the average dance floor. Oh, all right.
Now turn to the left and run 40 yards.
I just really want to corral a bunch of people into like a corner, and like, you know, the people in the front, like the people you can see that aren't like corralled in, they're dancing like normal, and the people in the back are like, they're all worried.
Yeah. Now get in your car and drive to Florida.
Yeah, make people drive for 3 days straight. Live there forever. Make friends with the tortoise.
Buy an income property.
Yeah, it just they all live really well.
Yeah.
They go down there and it's like, thank God I listened to that song. I live so much better. So
but then it's like a bank heist. Go to your local bank. Open your safety deposit box.
Yeah, it'd be hard to do this. They'd have to be listened to it in an iPod then, or their iPhone, I guess. You want an iPod so you can't be tracked.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Oh.
Off the grid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Nate, do you got what you need?
Well, let's see. So I have to listen to Vindicated. I have to ignore it. That's step one.
Yep. Listen to it, then crash your hard drive.
Yeah. Yeah. Blame your hard drive crash on Vindicated.
I listened to Vindicated once, and it ruined my life. Dashboard confessional. Never again. Let's see. Bob Dylan. All right, so yeah, so either a Dashboard confessional or a Bob Dylan song about Godzilla, or just a song about Godzilla. What's this?
Yeah,
I think we're going for a soundtrack.
The world is looking for a Dashboard confessional Bob Dylan mashup.
I don't know. If I could
you know
do
what
this.
though? Here's what else. I think if we don't give him direction on the style of music and we give him direction on the subject, we have been impressed. That's why.
Yeah, that's true. I think the style of Cha Cha Slide ripoff is can only go too far.
You could definitely do it.
Exhausted that joke already, but I think it's pretty good.
Yeah.
I think real Pat at a real angsty concert that some girl gets too drunk at is probably a good topic.
Oh, she wasn't drunk; she was sober.
What was wrong with her then, Pat?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was weird. I don't know. She was just exhausted. She never. I don't know. I think she never went to. Concerts. So I think she exerted herself too much. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what happens at Dashboard confessional concerts. Too many mosh pits.
Yeah, there was a lot. It was almost as scary as when I saw the Butthole Surfers. Almost that scary.
Yeah, that you recommended that song and it was garbage. I hated that song. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's a great song. That's a terrific
great
song per band.
It's a hit.
It's the perfect song
it's
per
a hit.
band song.
But I hated it. If you played that song on here before I had heard it, I would have hated it. I probably would have been supportive because I'm a friend. But inside I would have been like, I would have said to my wife, I'd be like, this song is garbage.
And she'd have been like, no, it's Butthole Surfers, a different band from the same era. Nailed it.
That was pretty good. That sounds nothing like Courtney Love.
So yeah, I don't want to put constraints on you. I'll say this, Nate, you get bonus points if you sound either like Rage Against the Machine, Dashboard Confessional, Bob Dylan,
Puff Daddy, or the Wallflowers.
Puff Daddy, or the Wallflowers. So you got a plethora.
Yeah.
They're not necessary.
And we don't keep track of points. We also want to make sure that you don't pull any content from previous week's episode, which want to make sure we say to the listeners, we apologize that the song Shine was in fact, please don't, call us and tell us, but Shine was not from the episode in which the song came from. That's why when you hear that episode, we did put a little previously on Is It a Hit?
Now, we do mention peeing on each other very briefly.
Yeah.
That was just standard peeing on each other.
That's just because we have a bingo card we're filling out every week, and that was my bingo.
That's right. Yeah. I'm doing it because it sexually gratifies me.
You boy.
Oh boy.
You know what gratifies all of us? a robust appreciation of the rules. So, very important that you laid that one down.
Oh,
Fine, sir.
I wanted to
agree with you.
You'd be surprised that ravenous and particular our fans are. You don't have to interact with them on social media. We've kept you out of the spotlight here by never showing your face. But Pat and I are the forward-facing ones here, so we get all the interaction with fans, and that's what they told me this week.
Yeah,
you're pulling songs from the wrong episode.
Yeah,
I just want to make sure I addressed it. I came clean, and you know what? I feel better.
Yeah, people have threatened my life over how you did this, and that's normal. I'm used to it by now. Being on this podcast, you're going to get death threats. People are going to come after you. They're going to try to find out what you've done, what you're doing, and I was ready for it. When we signed up, I said, as long as I can exploit Nate, and that's fine. Just keep in mind, Nate, that your actions have consequences, right?
Listen, I knew that this was riskier than the foot business. But you know what?
Yeah, what? Are you okay?
You can't make a hit with your feet. You can't. Listen, feet only bring in so much money. Hits are from hands.
Yeah. Or just voices,
Yeah,
At some point, we're going to have to do a Bobby McFerrin episode, and you might need those feet. So keep your enemies close. You know what I'm talking about?
Don't worry, feet happy.
Yeah, we at some point you're gonna have to do a full a cappella version, some kind of song. So we'll get there. We don't have to do it now.
That might be a topic. I always liked when I saw that song, "Don't Worry, Be Happy" online, and it was like, download "Don't Worry, Be Happy" by Bob Marley. And, I always like seeing those. I think we might have talked about it on our off air, but just songs that are identified wrong by people.
That used to happen all the time on like Napster and LimeWire. That was the whole thing. Oh yeah, before
I'll write that down. I'll write that down next time. Napster misnaming. Yeah. So we'll take a break, as if you all didn't realize that was happening already. And we'll come back after this.
Quick break to talk about our voicemail. Guys, we want to hear what you have to say. Our voicemail is up and running. 707-780-2HIT. That's 707-780-2448.
707-780-2 hits.
My friend Joe and I tried to just get it like a name for a drink going, and just see if it would catch on. So we would just like ask for it at bars, and the bartenders would always be like, "What are you talking about?" It was a Sammy Davis Jr. And,
ginger ale.
Yeah.
Why'd you call it a Sammy Davis?
No reason. Why is Rob Roy called a Rob Roy? There's probably a story there. I don't know it though.
Well, that was what I was expecting.
Yeah. Oh, there's no story there. It's just it was just the first thing that came to our. So we tried to do it. We still call them Sammy Davis Juniors to these. We call them SDJs, but the bars, it didn't go as well at the bars as we thought it would. But what are you gonna do?
Yeah, I think that's not how you start a drink. I think the way you start a drink is you like are a bartender, and it becomes like a signature of like your restaurant. I think that's how drinks start. Just guessing though.
Yeah, okay, but I don't have like 90% of that equation.
I'm just guessing though. But you could also try your way.
Yeah, it did. Didn't work.
you just gotta keep doing it.
It's easy for you to say knowing the end of the story.
I told you the end.
Yeah.
That's good.
See, I don't think that's going to work. Yeah, because I just told you it didn't work, Pat.
You know what though? That's funny that people still do what I'm saying without it being a joke. Like they still fucking
all the time. Yeah.
Huh.
I don't think that'll work. Yeah, of course it didn't work. I just said it didn't.
Shut the-
All right, Nate, should I lead us in? What do you think? And we are back. Nate's had some time to think over all that stuff we just talked about, and you think he's just about ready to play a song for us. Is that right, Nate?
Yeah, I did a brutal amount of thinking. I racked my brain and I tried to think about what a movie soundtrack really needs to be. And I thought about how it's really cool. What movies used to be, and what movies a lot of blockbuster movies in India still are. Listen, they're for the whole family. Have we been through this? Am I rehashing
Hollywood stuff? No.
I don't know if we talked
Bollywood and
about
Hollywood stuff?
familyness of the movies.
Yeah, because they'll have the romance and the hyper violence and, stuff for kids. It's all in one. It's one movie. Fun for the whole
So
family.
hyper violent and for kids. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there going to be a dance number in your song?
No. Unfortunately, no dance numbers. But I was going for just the general idea. I don't know how hyper violent it is. I think it probably could stand to be a lot more hyper violent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm wary of how you're describing this song. But I'm interested to hear.
Because you know what? The bar
Yeah.
for soundtrack songs, very low. Now, I was listening to the Dashboard Confessional Spider-Man song that you were talking about. At first, I was searching for Dashboard Confessional Godzilla, because I thought they did a Godzilla song. That was wrong.
That'd be good, though. That would be solid. Just a love song about Godzilla and how he broke your heart.
Yeah.
Just leaving his scales everywhere.
Yeah, that's exactly what's good. That's funny.
So I was watching it with Kim and then some other Dashboard songs. We were listening, trying to find the elusive what the one song per band was for them. And she remarked, this sounds like Christian rock. And wouldn't you know it, when you look up Dashboard Confessional, let's see here. Let me quote. And I quote, singer-songwriter Christopher Carrabba, this is off of Spotify, became the poster boy for a generation of emo fans in the early 2000s, having left behind his former band, parenthesis, the post-hardcore Christian outfit, Further Seems Forever. Dashboard Confessional is the emotional version of just replacing Jesus with baby in bad music.
Okay. Yeah. I can see that. Yeah, that fits. Doesn't surprise me, really.
After I learned this, I was perplexed. I wasn't furious. I thought I would be furious. But damn it, do I respect this man. Because I don't think he has a feeling in his body.
You think it's all put on?
I think it's all a put on.
You think he's an emotional huckster?
I think he's an emotional huckster. Do you know why? Because he'd already found Jesus.
Okay.
So he's got it all together.
Yeah, well, he doesn't have a woman. Her hair's all over his apartment.
That's true. It's in the drain.
Yeah.
Sloppy. All right. Well, I thought I would talk about that because it was an important creative influence.
So it's important. Are you really going to try to make a dashboard confessional Godzilla song here? Is that what you're doing?
No, I couldn't do that.
Okay, good.
Because
good.
Well, I know how to do it. I would try to make a dashboard confessional Weezer song, and I would underperform at it. Or excuse me, a Godzilla Weezer song, and by virtue of that, it would become a dashboard confessional song. You know?
Yeah. Okay. You'd stretch out the emotional bits and you'd strip it down. Yeah, like an acoustic version.
Exactly. Yeah. It's an acoustic.
That's pretty smart, actually. That's fucking. The way you describe that, is fucking smart. That is a good, smart way to build that song. Okay, that was good. Smart. All right, I'm excited to hear this new song now. Got me all jazzed.
Ooh, I look just like Godzilla.
All right. Exactly. All right, so here's what I'm going to...
No, you don't use the old Weezer. You use the new Weezer.
Here's what...
Oh, just all the covers?
Oh, they got some real... Their contemporary stuff is tough to listen to. All right, keep going. Sorry.
No, this is about the point in Nate's explanation where we go off on a tangent. So I think you're right on time.
All right, yeah. I'm going to patch in. Here's what we're going to do.
Right.
I'm going to patch into this music. And we're gonna take a little listen ski.
What's this song called?
Oh, this song is called Stomp, Shake, parenthesis, Godzilla.
Stomp, Shake, I like it.
I was slicking one day in the city square, visiting from afar, combing my hair. Deja vu struck again, just like Empire State and at Big Ben. A rumble, a tumble, a crumb brulee, the fire that sparks just like every day. Tokyo, New York, Joburg, LA, it's the same thing every time. From Osaka to Omaha, the people will say, don't worry, it'll be just fine. They say, stomp, stomp, shake, shake, that's the sound Godzilla makes. It's a radioactive lizard thing, it's an earthquake brought to life. Stomp, stomp, shake, shake, calm down, it's okay. It's the most destructive thing we've ever made. It's gonna be just fine. There's a robot one, a Mothra thing, a bat gorilla called by a silver ring. And at the barber shop, the ground is rocked. The scissors slip, and ear is chopped. Now the kids, stomp, stomp, shake, shake. That's the sound Godzilla makes. It's a radioactive lizard thing. It's an earthquake brought to life. Stomp, stomp, shake, shake. That's the sound Godzilla makes. It's a radioactive lizard thing. It's an earthquake brought to life. No need to get so emotional about it. No need to scream, the kids and teens. They're still twisting and shouting. There's a fire burning, so come on closer. Get warm next to me. Hop on in the cellar door. The penthouse suite is now the ground floor. Just the grown-ups. Stomp, stomp, shake, shake. That's the sound Godzilla makes. It's a radioactive lizard thing. an earthquake brought to life. Stomp, stomp, shake, shake. That's the sound that we all make. It's a radioactive lizard thing. It's an earthquake brought to life. Rebuilding time. It's quite a scene. The goop on the cement, it's lizard green. From nuclear missiles to sticks and stones, life's still good, but it's a thorny rose. And it'll go on, I suppose. It's a risk we've got to take. The highway's now a danger zone. Streetlights are grounded like traffic cones. The armies and navies, they've been keeping score. It's a constant battle, a nature war. Destruction's default, it's become a bore. Normal is a thing of lore. And the head bone's connected to the neck bone. Well, not anymore. All the people say, stomp, stomp, shake, shake. That's the sound Godzilla makes. It's a radioactive lizard thing. It's an earthquake brought to life. Stomp, stomp, shake, shake. Calm down, it's okay. It's the most destructive thing we've ever made. It's gonna be just fine. Stomp, stomp, shake, shake. That's the sound Godzilla makes. It's a radioactive lizard thing. It's an earthquake brought to life. Stomp, stomp, shake, shake. That's the sound Godzilla makes. It's a radioactive lizard thing. It's an earthquake brought to life. Stomp, shake, shake. Everything's looking my way. And I keep telling you it's alright, okay. It's gonna be just fine. It's gonna be alright.
That was awesome. Dude! Come on, man! That's fantastic! It was like a mini opera, almost. That was cool. Nice job, man. Fuck, what were you, like, talk to me, alright, talk to me with the style of this. What were you going for?
I wanted to make Toy Story 5. Godzilla kills Andy's family.
That's not too far off from what I was thinking, because I didn't want to write down Randy Newman, because I've done that on a couple of these, and I'm like, do I just always hear Randy Newman? But I definitely heard some Randy Newman.
Yeah. But also, there's kind of like dude, there's kind of like a gospel element to this. Did you like lean into that?
Oh, like the way the barbershop chords go?
Well, not just that, but like...
What do you mean?
You have some things where you like hold and you get high, like you take the note, like the high note there. I'm tripping on my words here, but I don't know. Maybe gospel's not the right genre. I'm trying to think. It seems familiar and it seems accessible, and I can't place it. But it's not like a style of music I would just normally listen to. It's just, yeah, it's good. I like it, and I was engaged the whole time. And maybe I like it so much because I was worried you were gonna do some shitty cover of, not cover, but like some parody of, Dashboard Confessional with Godzilla lyrics. Like, this is a million times better than that ever would have been. Maybe that's why I'm so happy.
Weird Al would have done it well.
That's true. Yeah, Weird Al.
Hey, Weird Al, do a Dashboard Confessional, but in the style of Godzilla.
He's like, no, I want to do it about enchiladas.
He's like, that's pretty weird.
That's right, Al. All that being said, I love Weird Al. I'm not talking shit about him. I think he's great.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
I just heard, Oliver was trying to be funny today, and he was like, "Dad, what if it's eat it instead of beat it?" I was like, "Well, you are in luck because that song exists." So it was like, I was like, "Well, now I get to play this," and I didn't even have to force it on him.
Yeah.
And he liked it.
It's good.
And then at one point, I like started singing the chorus. He's like, "Hey, stop singing." And he just wanted to listen to it. I'm like, "Yeah." My experience as a father is complete.
Really?
That is cool. You get to yeah. I mean, you get to relive through someone else the joy of discovering Weird Al. That is fun. That's cool.
Yeah. I'm not going to show him UHF first because I think that's not the most accessible. But yeah, in bites, and all the parody songs will be fine because UHF's got way too much going on. There's way too many references to other 80s stuff that you need a deep wealth of information to really get into that one.
Yeah, I watched that as a kid and I didn't get it.
You still enjoyed it.
Yeah. Why is Gandhi in this? And also Spatula City.
Yeah, Spatula City. I remember you get to drink from the fire hose, and not knowing what like a fire hose was. Just like my only understanding of hoses being, home hoses, and just seeing a kid get blasted by a fire hose was like super great to me. It was a very big surprise. I love that. It was Kramer too.
Kramer, yeah, one of his few movies.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah. So what do you think, Pat? You think hit?
Yeah, man. I think it's a hit.
Well, I think, Pat, I'm going to disagree with you.
Okay.
I think this is our first split.
Well,
this is where we insert all of the gasping noises from the audience. I've never heard a barbershop quartet in a movie soundtrack, and let alone a hit movie soundtrack. I don't know. I think I think you were trying to sway me there, putting my son's vocals in. I see what you're doing, but I won't be pandered to.
Oh.
Yeah.
We didn't even talk about that. Those were done well. I liked that.
Yeah.
And the kid
in there. I like them a lot.
Natural.
I like that part.
That kid's a natural.
Yeah.
Well, what about this?
Okay.
Let me make you an argument here. Okay. You've heard of Hamilton, yes?
Yeah, the listeners to this podcast will know that I've heard of Hamilton.
Yeah. It's a hit musical, right?
Yeah, my favorite barbershop quartet.
There's no barbershop quartet in it, but it is a musical still. And this sounded to me like it was like, a soundtrack song or a musical number had elements of barbershop quartet in it. Defined by the barbershop quartet.
Yeah, but okay, we're trying to make hits, and what I thought when Nate said he was going to do a Godzilla song for us was that he was trying to strike while the iron was hot on this new Godzilla movie coming out, and there was going to be some King Kong references in there, maybe a John C. Reilly, cameo. I don't know if he's in this one. He was in the last one.
Yeah.
But we had the chance here to really, make that get Puff Daddy in here, man, and make that hit. Cover a Led Zeppelin song or bring in Seal and do a Kiss from the Rose type song. But I think we're dropping the ball here as tastemakers because we're not ahead of the game on this one.
But all right.
You know what?
Just go ahead,
Pat. I think I agree with Max to an extent. Now, as much as I would like this song to be a smash hit,
Yes.
and as much as I think that the Godzilla product that will come out eventually, there will be a Godzilla product to match this song. I don't know if it matches this movie. Now, I've been lamenting about the state of our Godzilla-related media for a long time. I was watching the the thrilling climax to Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla today, and it's so much better than like a
You're talking
modern
about the
Godzilla
original
movie. This is not the original Godzilla, but it's Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla, but the original Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla. So basically,
the original Mechagodzilla.
There's a dude in a bat. Are
there green ape alien people?
Yes. Ape alien people, but for most of the movie they look human until they die, and then they turn back into green ape alien people. So they control Mechagodzilla. Now, Caesar is some sort of bat gorilla thing that's on the side of the humans or whatever, fighting Mechagodzilla. Godzilla gets defeated by Mechagodzilla, but then they call Godzilla back from the sea. So they have this rumble, Caesar and Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla. It's so cool because it's basically 3 people in suits, and they just shoot fireworks and Roman candles at the people in the suits and get as many shots as possible of explosions happening. So literally people's jobs were just to sit in a Godzilla suit and get wrecked with fireworks for hours while they got as many shots as possible. It's amazing.
Yeah, and like there's like weird Godzilla blood in that movie too. Like he gets hit with a laser and like starts bleeding. There's a rocket mounted cod piece on Mechagodzilla, or maybe it's a laser. I'm not even joking.
Is that where From Dusk Till Dawn got it from?
Yeah, it has to have been, dude. His cod piece flips down, and they make you aware of it, and then it cuts back to it, and then it shoots. And it's, dude, when Mechagodzilla goes full auto, like every one of his fingertips is a gun. Man, I love these movies. Every one of his fingertips is a gun. His mouth can open and shoot a laser. His eyes can shoot lasers. Like, he's just, everything is a gun on him. It's the best, dude.
It was one of the most budget action movies.
If you use that lyric, everything is a gun. Just remember, it was from this episode, not the next episode.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
No, to make sure. You've done that before.
I've done that before.
I'm writing that down. Everything's a gun.
Everything's a gun. Yeah,
we got the Godzilla out of our system.
You don't need a lot of money to make a great Godzilla movie. So I propose. Listen, I propose that we make our own Godzilla feature.
What?
We have Roman candles. We can do it all. Get a dinosaur suit.
I mean, just think how much more money than you think to do a full city of models that you can destroy. But man, I would love to do that. What a great thing. Let's put that on our Patreon
boxes.
Like, if you pay this much money, we can make our own model city that we get to destroy. It's like our goal on Patreon. We should do that. Oh yeah. To wreck a city, a tiny city. Like, man, that'd be great.
How tiny?
We're talking a model, man. We got the buildings the sizes of people, like us.
Are they
like Godzilla size?
Like Dexter, Michigan. That small.
That's small. Yeah, Dexter, Michigan, but actual life size. Yeah.
Got it. All right. Well, I think this is the first for this podcast. A disagreement on the hit, and. I think we'll let the mass decide. We'll see. I'll put up a voting button when this episode comes out to see what the people decide. I should do that with all the episodes. Ask, hit or not a hit?
Absolutely, that'd be great.
Yeah, I'm gonna write that down right now. Voting button. Yes, I voted. Okay, cool. All right. Well, you guys got anything else?
Had a great time. That was fun, man. Very funny. You're talented as shit, man. That's cool.
Yeah. Just remember, the only people who could exploit my kids is me. All right. Well, thanks for that, Nate. I still enjoyed it. I don't think it's a hit, but I'm entitled to my own opinion. I'm gonna clutch my pearls over here and not go to that Godzilla movie.
Max, you don't have to think it's a hit, but I know you're gonna buy this because your kid is.
Oh. Because, yeah, I better get a free copy of it.
Ah. Yeah, wait a minute. I'm going to have to pay you for every person that buys it.
Ka-ching! All right. But before we leave, I want to make sure that I remind all listeners to leave us a voicemail. We have not gotten any viable voicemails yet. That number is 707-780-2HIT. That's 707-780-2HIT. 707-780-2448. If you leave a voicemail and it's good enough, which as of now, that's not very difficult to do in terms of making one good enough the best, we'll play it on air. You know what? Here's what I'm going to do. The first voicemail left, not by the three of us, will get played. barring any legal issues, we're gonna play that voicemail no matter what. All right.
This is the dumbest thing we've ever done. All right, yeah, let's do it.
First one that I hear. I don't care who it is. First one that I hear. So
It's gonna be awful. All right.
don't care. We need it. All right. Well, that's the offer I'm going to make to the people. Give me the hit over voicemail. If you got a song you want to play, just better not be one that we're going to have to pay royalties on. But you know what? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Just someone leaves the voicemail. It's just
It's just a white album. It's just the white album by the Beatles.
Oh no! I don't want to pay any more money to Michael Jackson. Okay.
Shit.
Well, all right. Well, it was a great week, guys. Good stuff. We'll have another episode for everyone here this week, or for everyone next week, and we will see you guys again next week. All right. Bye.